played here, where you force the trade, you give up the d file, and black gets way too much activity.
Yeah.
Yes, so that was too risky. So he came up with this rook f4.
Very clean defensive idea.
Very clean,
Yeah.
but okay, he had to foresee, anticipate. Rook h3, putting pressure on the pawn on e3, but rook d4. He at least activates the rook, offers the trade of rooks, which of course black cannot agree to, because then white solves the problem with the structure. So he plays rook g8, settling to enter with the other rook, and you still cannot get close to black's king.
Correct.
So white has to break the structure with e4, and now the game heats up. The reason why Esipenko was actually happy with this, because he saw that, okay, I will take on e4, and the pawn on h5 will be falling,
Yes.
and then also black defends on h7, and he might get an endgame with the pawn up,
Yes.
with good chances to win, potentially in the long run. Also look at the clock situation.
It's like already 12 minutes.
12 minutes. And now he went down to
4 minutes is
8
fine.
minutes. He spent 4 minutes, but of course already before e4. When he played e4, yeah, e4 was already blitzed out, because before rook d4 he had foreseen this.
Yes.
But after fe4, he takes with the queen. And now of course if Andrey would have foreseen everything that happened in the game, he would have played queen f5. Queen f5, because he could have played this move. This works, yeah?
Yeah.
So he could have played this move,
Yeah.
but this move is not so ambitious. It doesn't put so much pressure on Wei Yi, but actually, of course, now in hindsight, he will be kicking himself for not playing this move, because it maintains the tension. It avoids all these tactical possibilities that was featured in the game, and white has to make a choice like how he will defend this pawn down position.
Yeah, and it's not so easy perhaps as well, yeah?
Not so easy to make a decision. Yeah, it's very difficult to understand the human.
Also 8 minutes on the clock.
Yes, that what is the best way to deal with this. So this was the best practical way, but Andrey I thought like, wait a second, I can simply take on h5. My opponent has lead time on the clock. I'm also hitting the rook. So basically I'm pretty sure that Esipenko was expecting the move rook e1,
Yeah.
and then okay, he will play this position, yeah, okay, pawn up, we will see what will happen.
Yeah.
But here Wei Yi paused again. Of course, you know, I'm sure that he had foreseen this move, what happened now, then he took with the queen, because otherwise it would have been more natural if you just play for compensation, you take with the bishop, queen takes a5, and you move the queen to c2, and then you tell yourself that, okay, I'm gonna go a4, I'm gonna, rely on this counterplay. I will put my king somehow away, and yes, I'm pawn down, but I have some play.
Yes.
You don't know exactly, that computer tells you that it's 0-0 or not. Maybe it's 0, maybe black is better, but you understand that you have compensation.
Correct.
So the reason why he took with the queen, because he had foreseen this absolutely stunning kind of idea that after queen takes h5, bishop takes a6 is possible.
Yeah.
But the point is that Andrey did not miss this move. He of course has seen bishop takes a6, but he simply thought that it's not working.
Yeah.
Because it's like a fairy tale.
Yeah.
That this is working, it's like an absolute fairy tale. So black plays the move e5, and now he's threatening to play bishop f5 to win the queen. There is no mate, and very importantly, if white plays rook d7, which looks like in the spirit, because you are trying to get checkmate on
Yeah.
d7.
Yeah.
Yes, if you
Yes.
take then queen takes, then there is this quiet little queen g6 move, which thanks to the pin, it works, it protects against the mate, and then too many pieces will be hanging. Yeah, queen g6, rook g6, and suddenly the bishop and the rook is hanging, and black wins.
Yeah.
So after rook d8, it's of course white plays rook d8. That is the idea. Black takes. Now if black takes the bishop, then it's kind of simply queen b4 check, and it's perpetual.
Yeah.
This is not because it's king c7 runs into queen d6 check.
Yeah.
So of course the idea of Andrey was that after rook d8, I play king a7 and I probably win.
Yeah.
Because he sidesteps from the pin, he's threatening bishop f5, now rook takes c8 runs into checkmating one with queen d1.
Yeah.
This is a very huge problem for white, and otherwise the bishop is hanging, the king is safe, white's king is also in danger, because black is even threatening rook h1 and himself to start a winning attack, but bishop f5. And here the strictly only move for avoid resignation, and of course you have to foresee this, but it's so difficult, is the quiet little queen a4 move, which threatens so-called almost nothing. Well, it threatens of course discover check, but it does not provide any check. So seemingly black has so many possibilities, first of all, he can take.
Yeah.
But after takes, this is what happened in the game. White can sacrifice the rook, and after you have to take, queen takes d7. There is no way to escape pair patches, so that's why the players agreed to a draw.
Oh wow.
But there was still one incredible story that after queen a4 check, there was still the possibility to include rook h1 check, which was kind of disturbing for white from distance. I was actually assuming wrongly that after rook h1, the idea would be that you just cover back with a you just cover back with a check, and you are happy. But actually, bishop f1 loses because then black can go back with the king to b8,
And now the black
you
king is
pinned
safe.
yourself, and the black king is safe. Safe. So actually, after rook h1, it is very important that you can play the move king c2. But this is like a total fairy tale because it seems like it runs into checkmate. You have bishop f5 check, you have all kinds of queen checks, but then already the discovered check is happening. Or also after rook h2 there is bishop e2 check. And also there was no way to touch the queen because I think if you play a move like rook h4, then, okay, first of all, enough to see during the game that you can probably just come back, give a check and take the queen and you should be fine. According to the movie that this is even losing, because the computer probably just says that you can fall back and it's already checkmate. In any case, there is no benefit by playing rook h4. So it was an absolutely stunning kind of defensive idea with starting with queen takes e4, forcing all this sequence with so little time on the clock and with so much at stake.
It's amazing actually the way he found this.
I was so happy that we had this incredible highlight because otherwise, seemingly, if Andrey plays queen f5 and then he grinds, but after 2 hours where he holds, then we say that okay, nothing really happened today. It was fighting game, but like this we got a spectacle. This queen e4 bishop takes a6.
Beautiful actually. We will make sure to include all your analysis in our articles maybe. This is a very beautiful stuff.
It was amazing.
So impressive.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your analysis.
I also felt like because today was a little faster day, this is a good moment for me to come to the media room if somebody has any question. Then